But on today's title, ill-treatment of Igbos by the nation. This is a relevant topic with what has been going on about the Igbos in different parts of the world. So it's a well-chosen topic today. But there's something other nations fail to understand about the Igbos. One of those things that they fail to understand about the Igbos, number one, let me read it for you. Jeremiah chapter 29. I'll be reading from verse 4. This is the command that the Most High gave concerning Igbos that are going to other nations, whether self-removal or forced removal. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 29 from verse 4 says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captive, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon." In verse 5 he said, "Build you houses, and dwell in them, and plant gardens, and eat the fruit thereof." Verse 6 says, "Take you wives, and begat sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husband, that they may bear sons and daughters, that you may be increased there, and not diminish." Verse 7 says, "And seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captive, and pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall you have peace." This is something that other peoples, especially those from African nations, fail to understand. This is the way the Most High programmed the Igbos. See what we are reading here. He said that as you are going out of your nation, as you are going out of Igbo land, he said when you get there, marry wives, give your daughters to husbands. He said, pray for the peace of every city. Pray for the peace of every nation you are going. This is something the Igbos does and no other nation do it. He said, pray for the goodness of that city you are going, for the peace of that city is for your own peace as well. So this is something that whenever an Igbo man, wherever you see him or her live, they treat the city where they are going as their own home. But other nations perceive it as a threat. It's not a threat the way other nations perceive it. For instance, what is going on in Ghana? Igbo must go, Igbo must this. Why? They perceive, just what we read here, someone doing the peace of a very place that you decide to live as your own home. Other nations don't like it. With that being said again, let's go to the book of Romans. Romans chapter 3. I'll be reading from verse 1. Romans chapter 3 from verse 1 says, "What advantage then had the Jew? Or what profit there is of circumcision?" So when Bible say Jew, because if you say Jew, Jew is a one type. It's not a Jew. It's not a Jew. It's a collective set of people. It's a nation. A Jew is a tribe. So saying that is a nation, which is the Igbos. If you ask why people, they call it Igbo, depending on your pronunciation. But it then say, what advantage has the Igbos? Verse 2 say, "Much every way, chiefly because unto them were committed the oracles of God. He said, it is very, very important in verse 2 of Romans chapter 3. Because unto them were committed the oracles of God. Then what is the oracle of God? Oracle of God is answers. Answers to God's question. Answers to anything concerning God. It is an Igbo man. I'm not saying this to promote Igbo or do anything, but we are going to read why Igbos are cursed to other nations. We are going to read it at the course of this lesson. It's a much, because it's only an Igbo man that can read Bible because it's written about them. It is only them that can go into this Bible because it is something concerning them. That only them can go and interpret it exactly the way it is. Not that other nations cannot do it. Other nations can do it. But Igbos, when they commit to the rules and regulations and laws of the Most High God, they will interpret it far more better. Because it is written against them. And it is written for them. So, I will start it again. Romans chapter 3 from verse 1. What advantage then had the Igbos, or what profit is there of circumcision? Verse 2 say, much very well, chiefly because unto them were committed the oracles of God, unto them were committed the answers of God. Verse 3 say, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? He's saying, what if some people did not believe it? Even the Igbos themselves, that they are the chosen people. They are their ancestors were the ones that the Most High God spoke to. He said, will their unbelief change the effect of God? That's what he said. With their unbelief, change the faith of God. Verse 4 say, God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou might be justified in thy saying, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. He's saying, that you will be justified for your saying. That the promise of God or the covenant of God will not change. And this is something he has already said. And he will do it. You don't believe or you believe, it's not going to cause anything or change anything in respect or in reverence to what the Most High have already said he will do. And the thing that he have already choose to have to be done. Another example again, let's go to book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 26. Jeremiah chapter 26, I'll be reading from verse 2. He said, thus said the Lord, stand in the court of the Lord's house, and speak unto all the cities of Judah, which come to worship the Lord, which come to worship in the Lord's house, all the words that I command thee to speak unto them, diminish not a word. This is what was said to Jeremiah. He said, stand in the gathering of the people. Tell them everything that I have said. He said, don't diminish a single word. Verse 3 said, if so be they will hearken, and turn their... Okay, I'll repeat it again. Verse 3 says, if so be they will hearken, and turn every man from his evil way, that I may repent me of evil which I propose to do unto them, because of the evils of their doings. You see, the Most High said, Jeremiah, go to the house where everybody gather, in the ears of everybody. Tell them to repent from the evils of their doing. The Most High, all they are doing evil. When the nations are reacting against the Igbos, saying that they do this, they do that, they are violent, they are this, the Most High give them a laws and commandments. Go and read Deuteronomy chapter 28. He said, if you will not obey my commandments, if you not do these things I will say, you will be a curse. But if you do the things that I say, you will be a blessing. So now all these nations that are reacting, that they are problem to their own nation, the Most High is calling them, yes, my people are doing evil. My people are evil. This is what we are reckoning from the scripture, as it is. So these nations, what they are doing is according to what they are seeing and according to what they are feeling. But sometimes their feeling can be negative in reference to taking every nation, categorizing a whole nation in one basket from the action of one or two individuals. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So it says here, from the evils of their doing, verse 4 say, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord, if you will not hearken to me, to walk in my law, which I have set before you, to hearken to the words of my servant, the prophets, whom I send unto you, both rising up early and sending them, but you have not hearkened. So the Most High is saying, I have been sending my prophet to you. I have been sending my servant to go and speak to you that you guys are doing evil. This is regarding his own people. This is talking about the Igbos, that they are doing evil. And quite sure, yes, I'm an Igbo man. I know the mindset of Igbo people. It's towards so wanting it so hard. But let's keep going. Verse 6 says, then will I make this house like Shiloh. I will make this city a curse to all the nations of the earth. The Most High is saying, I will make these people a curse to all the nations of the earth. This is what is in the scripture. Why is it that that's why when I say that, it is only the Igbos that can read from what we read from Romans chapter 3, that they have the oracles, the answers of God, because the Bible is written about them. He said that will make them a curse to all the nations of the earth. Them being a curse, how haven't you asked yourself, why is it that every part of Nigeria is the most hated nation on earth? Why is it? They are not killing anybody. They're not killing like doing terror or any other thing. But they are being hated. And those being hated, Nigeria is a nations within a nations inside a nation. And this, when you narrow all these these people that are being hated, all the people, it can fall back to the Igbos. You see? And that one is another lesson on its own. But let me stick to one part of my lesson. So this is something you need to ask yourself. Why in all over the world they are the only one that people speak this or that, or that people speak evil of them, and people as well speak good of them? You see, this is something you need to ask yourself. Bible says they have the oracle of God answer. They have the answer to anything concerning the Most High God. They have the answer to it. And having that answer to it is the same thing that we are reading here about them. So another example again, let's go to book of Psalms. Psalm 106, I'll be reading from verse 40. He said, therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, in so much that he abhorred his own inheritance, saying, in so much, they did so much that got the Most High angry. The Most High abhorred them, rejected them. Because why? To whom much given, much is expected. Most High expected the Igbos, just the way they spread all over the world. That is how the Most High wanted them to spread all over the world and preach. Because the Most High say, you shall be to me a kingdom of priests. But our ancestors disappointed. They disappointed with their what? Stubbornness. They did not listen to the commandment given to them. Okay, I will start again from verse 40. That is Psalm 106 verse 40. Therefore was the wrath of Lord kindled against his people, in so more that he abhorred his own inheritance. And he gave them unto the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them rule over them. He say, and they that hated them rule over them. This is, if you are reading Bible and knowing exactly whom the Bible is written about, it is just like a master carpenter or master investigator. If you are investigating a crime, to the right person that committed the crime, or if you are a master carpenter, every inch and corners of your nail or your investigation fit in properly. He said, they that hated them rule over them. So, this is something, like I said, is for the Igbos when you read Bible. Those that claiming to be the actual Israelites, anybody ruling over them? This is not about them. This is about Igbos. So they that are hating them rule over them. Talking of them ruling over them again, let's jump back to Psalm 79. Psalm 79, I'll be reading from verse 2. Those that rule over them, the thing that those that rule over them do to them, the action they are giving to them. Let's read it. Psalm 79 from verse 2 says, the dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of heaven, the flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth. Their blood have they shed like a water run about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. This is exactly what is going on and what has been going on till today. Till right now as I speak to you. He said their dead bodies have they, and their blood have they shed in the streets. There's nobody to bury them. When you say there is nobody to bury them, it's referring to there is no authority that are standing for them. There is no authority that is standing for them. That is what is saying here. Verse 3 says, we have become a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us. See, we have become a derision to our neighbors, a scorn and confusion to those around about us. What is that? Other people that are not Igbos, other nations surrounding them. When I say a nation, like I said, Nigeria is nations within nations. Nigeria, if you map out everything in Nigeria, Nigeria has up to 6 or 7 nations that are put together as one nation. So what is referring to the other nation within that Nigeria surrounding them are the ones become a laughing stock. They become a thin point to other people. That is what we are reading right now. Okay, we have become a derision. Verse 5 says, and all these things are happening, people are still confused. My people are still blind to see or understand what is going on. But let's continue. Verse 5 says, how long, Lord, will thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. Verse 7 says, for they have devoured Jacob, and laid waste his dwelling place. You see, the nations, other people. When the Bible say other people, it means everybody on earth. You are the most hated. And nobody wanted to plead your cause. The Most High say your wound is incurable. This is the thing that we have caused for ourselves. Okay. Verse 7 say, he said, they have devoured Jacob. They have finished him. Yeah. And nobody to please their cause. Could you imagine, just as like I'm speaking now about my people, what crime have I committed now? For I'm telling my people what other nations are doing to them and what they are doing wrong. This is what somebody was saying, and he was put in prison and charged for terrorism. And the whole world leader. If this thing only happened in Nigeria, the people will say, well, it's in Africa. And I am glad, and the Most High have opened the eyes of our people to see how wide this thing that I'm telling my people to understand how the game is being played. It is happening now in those that say that they practice democracy. And someone is being charged for simple saying the truth. Is being charged for terror. Those that claim that they are doing democracy. This is to show you how it is and how deep the hatred. Not hatred for you, but it is hatred for the Most High for himself. But let's continue. He said, they have devoured Jacob. The whole world, the hidden, the nations have finished him. Verse 8 says, oh, remember not against our former iniquity. Let thy tender mercy speedily prevent us, for we are brought very low. Help us, O Lord, of our salvation, for the glory of thy name, and deliver us, and purge away our sin, for thy name's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their God? Let him be known among the heathen, in our sight by the avenging of the blood of thy servant, which is shed. The Lord is saying, wherefore the heathens are saying, the nations are saying, where is their God? Now, as this game is being played, the nations seems that they are winning. They are treating them the way they want. Put him in prison, and there's nobody to come and defend him. This is exactly what is going on earth today. Ill-treatment of the Igbos by the nations. So this is exactly what they are doing. You say, where is their God? Who will come for them? That is the mindset of the nations. Verse 12 say, verse 11 say, let the sign of thy prisoners come before thee, according to the greatness of thy power. Preserve thou those that are appointed to die. Say, preserve those that are appointed to die. And render unto our neighbors sevenfold unto their bosom their reproach, wherewith they have reproached thee, O Lord. He's saying, you may be thinking that you are doing this, people, but it's actually you're fighting against God. This is what these nations do not know. This is what these people does not know. From what is going on in Ghana, from what is going on in Finland, from what is going on in Nigeria, from what is going on in South Africa. Even the ones that were sold as slavery to the Americans are going through the same pain. This is exactly what we are reading from Scripture, just to make our people understand the severity of the mindset of the nations, the severity of the hatred against the Most High. You're thinking you are hating an Igbo man. You are thinking you're doing it, but you are doing it to him. You say, you are the apple of my eye. He that devour you, devour me. But the nations does not know. The Most High say, with you, his people, will I bring down kingdoms. With you, will I bring down mighty men. That is problem with Christianity. All they do is we are not under the New Testament. From what we are reading, they say they have now replaced the chosen people of God. They are not telling you the truth. And you have inherited lies from the media. You have inherited lies from those that teach you. If you don't know the foundation of Bible and who Bible is written about, my dear, you cannot understand it. You can only understand this Bible from the Igbo foundation. Other people can understand it, but while they are understanding it, there are some certain things that they cannot connect with. Just from what I'm reading from here, from one verse to the other, from one chapter to the other, it is connecting perfectly to those people that is written and the thing that is happening to them in this present moment. Because he said, shall be a sign to your seed and to your seed's seed. That is what is in the book. Another example again, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 4. I will be reading from verse 16. He said, make you mention to the nations. Say, make you mention to the nations. Let the nations know. Behold, publish against Jerusalem that watchers come from far country and give up their voices against the city of Judah. As keepers of field are they against her round about, because he had been rebellious against me, said the Lord. The Lord is saying, because you have been rebellious to me, that is the Igbos, I will set the nations against you. I will set the nations against you. For instance, people travel to Nigeria and you haven't been to that part of the world. This part of the world, let me tell you, people of the Most High, is the most militarized place on earth. You dive every half mile or quarter of a half mile, you see a police checkpoint. I mean, well militarized checkpoints. Every quarter of a mile in this area that is as big as, will I say, depending on the country anyway, it's as big as England. If you put it that way, could you imagine? All military and police checkpoints are in this zone. What are they protecting? What are they fighting? That is what we are reading here. The whole world will be against you. And I've been to other parts of Nigeria. It's not like that. It is not like that. No military checkpoints. No police checkpoints. What they are doing is making and killing innocent souls. That's what we read earlier on, for the shedding of the blood of your servants. But let's continue. Verse 18 says, thy way and thy doings have procured these things unto thee. This is thy wickedness, because it is bitter, because it reacheth unto the heart. God is saying, thy wickedness and the things that you are doing, you cause this thing to yourself. We cause this thing to ourselves. Because why? We fell. And today we are still failing. I'm telling my people where they have gone wrong. These videos and these things that I am doing, people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. All they want to hear is somebody promising them what? Unicorn. Some them promising them the things that can never be and will never be. That person promising you he will give you Biafra, he will give you this. Where are they? Where are they? In regards to where are they, let's go to book of Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 1, I'll be reading from verse 1. It says, in the 8th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of the Lord unto Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying, the Lord had been sore displeased with your fathers. The Lord has been unhappy with our ancestors. Verse 3. Therefore say unto them, thus said the Lord of hosts, turn you unto me, said the Lord of hosts, and I will turn unto you, said the Lord of hosts. Be you not as your fathers, unto whom the former prophets have cried, saying, thus said the Lord of hosts, turn you now from your evil ways. Turn you now from your evil ways. The Most High call it evil. But they did not hear, nor hearken unto me, said the Lord. The Lord said, I have sent my prophets and my servant to warn my people, just as I'm warning them now, and as we're telling them the treatment and the ways between the Igbos and other nations. They don't want to hear this kind of advice. Verse 5 says, your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? But my words and my statutes, which I commanded my servant, the prophet, did they not take hold of your fathers? And they returned and said, like as the Lord of hosts thought to do unto us, according to our ways and according to our doing, so hath he dealt with us. The Lord is saying here, I give you my words, that do this thing, listen to me, and do what I say, but they did not listen. The Lord is saying, your fathers, where are they? They refuse instruction, and they are dead. The prophets, they are as well dead, but my word, this instruction that I give you, will still be here. You cannot run away from it. That is one thing that our people fail to understand. You cannot run away from it. You see the way we are, from what we are reading, I said earlier on, the well-militarized zone, and where the most sophisticated place to be on earth. The Lord is saying, all those things are commanded your fathers back in the days of Moses. And they refuse. And today we are refusing. He's saying the thing is still there. You can, if it's just like a cycle. The way if you run around, you will still come back to this point of this word of God. We will still come back to it. It does not matter how long you held Biafra. It does not matter how long Nnamdi Kanu or Simon Ekpa, whosoever, or United Nations or whosoever, that fake promise. But the worst part of it is, the more you reject it, the more we die. And not only that, you will die, you will answer for your actions. The thing that you have done, you will answer for it. If we obey this word, the better for us, and we will live. And if we reject this word, the curse continue. The curse continue. Another example again, let's jump back to Jeremiah. Let's jump back to Jeremiah. It is very, very appalling anyway. It's very, sometimes you read what is going on, and you look at the people that is going on, is nobody. It seems like they don't even care. Jeremiah chapter 50, I'll be reading from verse 6. He say, my people had been lost sheep. Their shepherd have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. He say, my people has been lost sheep and continue to be lost sheep. He say, their shepherds have turned them away. Who is their shepherd? Those leading them. Your pastors. What Simon Ekpa is doing. What Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Whosoever that is not letting you know the actual instruction is turning you away. It's making your pain and your cost to be more severe. Because he's not giving you the healing medicine. The healing medicine is you will not run away from this. You see this covenant that our ancestors make. There is no ways about it. Some people will say they go to church on Sunday and now what they are praying, they just make noise and scream, shout, gyrate. That will not solve our problem. Sitting at home every Monday that we have chosen death, as the Bible says, will not solve the problem. But let's continue. Verse 7 say, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries say, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the inhabitants of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. He said, all that found them have devoured them. And those that found them that devoured them say, it is not our problem. They have sinned against their God. You see, those people, who are those people that are saying that? Your leaders, the government authorities, individuals are supposed to guide you. They are not telling you the truth. All they are doing is promising you fake things that will never happen. I will jump to verse 33. That is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33 say, thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. He said, my people are being oppressed so severe. He said, all that found them hold them fast and refuse to let them go. This is exactly what happened during the time of Moses. These people are complaining too much killing from authorities, and nobody is representing them, actually defending them, and nobody is actually doing anything to protect them. You see, all that find them hold them fast and refuse to let them go. And these people are saying, okay, we don't want to be a part of this nation called Nigeria again. They fight a civil war against Nigeria and the rest of the world. This is what our people should think and know actually exactly what is. Who do we fight? We fought against Britain. We fought against Russia. We fought against every world power for 3.5 years. The whole world fought against us. And upon that, the same thing that happened during the Civil War is still happening till today. That is what we are reading here. They say it does not concern us. You can kill them, do whatsoever you want. It's not our problem. This is why the whole media is not reporting the killings that is going on there on daily basis. This is what we are reading right here in front of us. Another example again, let's go to book of Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 11, I'll be reading from verse 4. It says, Thus said the Lord, my God. Thus said the Lord God, the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose oppressors led them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that say them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherd pitied them not. Hi, God have mercy. He's saying here in verse 5, the oppressors slay them, kill them. All they say is, I'm rich. And they say, Bless the Lord, I am rich. They say, and their own shepherd pity them not. This is exactly. That is why when I say, and when we read it from Bible, that is only the Igbos that can interpret Bible and say exactly how it is. Their oppressors and those that are leading them. For instance, the government, they are the one killing them and holding them ransom, and they're saying they are not guilty. That is why when you say this can only be written, and that's what Bible say, it's only from the lens of an Igbo man that can go into Bible and understand exactly everything that is there, because it is their daily life. Another example again, let's go to book of Psalms regarding the nations. Psalms chapter 2, I'll be reading from verse 1. It says, Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? He said, why that the heathen, which is other nation, angry, and the people imagine a vain thing? They're imagining things that will not happen. Thing that does not hold any concrete. Verse 2 says, The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers took counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bounds asunder and cast their cords away from us. So he's saying the kings of the earth, and it's actually the kings of the earth and the rich men of the earth, saying, Let's cut their asunder away from us. But all these their imaginations, casting of their sunders, before we go further into this, the imaginations of the kings of the earth and the rulers of the earth, before we go, we break it down deeper and better. Let me go to book of Numbers and tell them one thing regarding their imagination. Numbers chapter 23, I'll be reading from verse 20. He said, Behold, I have received commandment to bless, and he has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. This is Balaam. The same thing the kings of the earth are imagining today. Balak, when the ancestors came out from Egypt, Balak went to Balaam to curse our fathers. Balaam do all he can because he saw he was promised money. Balaam did what? Tried to take a bribe. But the Messiah said, I have already blessed, and I cannot reverse the blessing that I have set on these people. Verse 21 says, He had not found iniquity in Jacob, neither had he found perverseness in Israel. The Lord his God is with him, and the start of a king is among them. He's saying, like all the kings of the earth that are imagining inventing, he said, there is no perverseness, there is no iniquity that can be found in Jacob. For instance, those people that you are putting in prison, I personally may not agree with the things they are doing, promising them Biafra. But what they are doing is in line with the international law of self-determination. It is in line with self-determination and freedom of speech. They have not committed any crime that somebody should be charged them, thing that they have not done. This is what we are reading here. I have not found any iniquity or anything they have done wrong for the crime they are being charged. Verse 22 says, God brought them out of Egypt. He has, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. The Lord said, the God their God have brought them out of Egypt, and they have the strength of a unicorn. So, this is another thing I will put to the kings of the earth and the rulers of this earth. You will think that if you silent a single man or two, you have silenced a whole nation. He said, you guys are imagining inventing. You guys don't know what you are doing. This next question is going straight to the kings of the earth. You rulers of the earth. You guys do not know what you are doing. You're dashing into fights that you don't even know. Trying to hold one person, thinking you hold a nation, a whole nation. You guys are joking. Verse 23 says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and Israel, what had God wrought? What he's saying, most of you that will do enchantment, or most of you that do divination, or most of you that do whatsoever you want to do, there is no enchantment. There is no divination against these people. You guys are just wasting your time. It's just that the time haven't come yet. When the time comes, all these rulers, they will be the one to give you that thing that we are praying for. They are the ones. He says in your seeds and your children shall be carried by the kings of the Gentiles. They are the one. See those things that you people are demonstrating, doing this. Those people, when the time comes, they will be the one to give it to you. The Lord said, not by price or by money. Nothing will be given to them. They will just be happy to do it. And after doing it, go away. It's done. That is one thing. Now, talking of those people, what the kings of the earth, their imagination, let's go to deeper understanding of it. He said the kings of the earth imagine a vain thing. They imagine the things that will not happen. They imagine the things that is vain. Vain is something, nothing. Just like the Most High say, my people worship me in vain, teaching for doctrine the commandment of men. These rulers of earth imagine vain thing. That vain imagination, Psalm 83. Let's read from verse 1. Psalm 83 from verse 1 say, Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. He's telling God, God, don't be silent, and hold not your peace. Don't be quiet, and hold not your peace. Verse 2 say, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So, those that hate you, Lord, are making noise. Verse 3 says, they have taken captive counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have taken counsel. They have come to agreement against your people. This agreement is going on today as we speak. Like the whole world is ganging up against the Igbos. Igbos say, give us a nation called Biafra. Every Igbo man on earth know exactly what is going on. How they put an Igbo man in prison for doing exactly what I am doing now. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, self-determination. Like I said, the way those people are going about it, I personally, I don't adhere to it. What they should be doing is tell our people their faults and tell them what they need to do to come out of their captivity. Let them know that they have broken the laws of their God, that they should go back to keeping the commandments of their God. Others are fighting these people carnally. But this is a fight that will be bring to spiritual realm. The word of God says, my word is powerful. Use the word of God. Use it to break it down to them so that they will understand the mindset of these kings of the earth. Understand where the kings of the earth. That's one good thing with this Bible. You will understand the mindset of people, what they are doing to you. So you will know how to navigate. He said they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Who is these people that are taking this crafty counsel? He said, they have said, that is verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Let us cut them off from being a nation. This is exactly what is going on. Cutting them off from being a nation. If you speak anything good to rescue the Igbos, other nations become intimidated. What is intimidated about them? You are doing it according to the rules that they have set, according to the laws, international standard, but they still put you in prison when you are working according to the rules that you said. That is why he said, the Lord, don't keep silent against what the kings of the earth is doing. I will repeat it again from verse 3. Psalm 83 from verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. He said, they have come together as one. They have taken this counsel. Who have taken this counsel? Who are these people? Verse 6. The tabernacle of Edom. Those that call themselves our brothers that are taking our land. And the top European nations. You may be thinking like country like Finland, that say they are democratic nation, and now imprisoning somebody that have not broken any law. Check that out when we are reading right now. He said, the tabernacle of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and Hagarites, Gebal, Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, with the inhabitants of Africans. Ashur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot, Selah. So, they say that this nation will never be a nation. From what we are reading here, he said the tabernacles of Eden, the Ishmaelites, and the Tyres, which is Africa. How and when they do that? This is under United Nations. They have plotted a craft that we will never be a nation. And it will never be. That's why when I say to my people, that in you are people are fighting for will not happen. It goes this way. They say that in United Nations, before you can debate something concerning a nation, it is only a nation that can tender that motion. Amnesty International is not a nation. You can hire a lawyer, the top lawyer on earth. He will not tender that motion in United Nations. It's only a nation that can tender the motion. And for a president to tender that motion, before they become a president, they take an oath that they will be this. They have a boundaries. They can go and they cannot go. That is why when somebody is saying he promising you Biafra, is promising you that, if you go to everything that the whole nations have mapped out under the laws of United Nations to tender a nation for a nation, you see, that is impossible. That is why our salvation, the Lord say, it shall be said in those days. Yeah, it shall be said in those days. And in that time, that the things that happen in Egypt will not be like the things that will happen when I will come to rescue my people. It's going to be a wonder. And the nations will be surprised that they are calling, we are Christians, we are this Shambin Kumbaya. It's going to be a miracle. Now the nation is crying for deliverance. The whole world, people are not even paying attention. And those that is happening to does not even know what is going on with them. It is very, very appalling. But instead of wasting time, let me just, not to waste more, I don't want this video to go much longer. I want it to be short, but I know it has been long enough, but I will keep it as much as I can to be less. Another example again, let's go to book of Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 1, I'll be reading from verse 7. Regarding the nations and what they are doing and the things that the Most High for his rescue. This is what the Most High, how he will come in and what has been going on. Zechariah chapter 1 from verse 7 says, upon the 24th day of the 7th month, which is the month Seba, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of the Lord unto Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying, I saw by night, and behold, a man riding upon a red horse, and he stood among the myrtle tree that were in the bottom, and behind him were there red horses, speckled and white. Then said I, O my God, what are these? And the angel that talked with me said unto me, I will show thee what this be. So this is when the word of God came to Zechariah. He said, there's something that he saw, red horses and white horses. And when he saw this vision, he was confused. And he said, what is the meaning of all these things that I am saying? Verse 10 says, and the man that stood among the myrtle tree answered and said, these are they whom the Lord has sent to walk through and fro through the earth. The angel answered Zechariah and said, these people, these are they which the Lord have sent to walk around the earth. Verse 11 says, and they answered the angel of the Lord that stood among the myrtle tree and said, we have walked through and fro through the earth, and behold, all the earth seated still and is at rest. So, when this angel, they go to every nations and everywhere on earth, they say the whole earth is sitting still and the whole earth is at rest. What he meant here is, I have been to every nation, and every nation is sitting within their nations. For instance, Britain are sitting well addicted to their nation. Americans are sitting and happy to be in their nations. Ghanaians are happy and sitting within their nations. South Africans, Niger, Burkina Faso, Chinese, Indians, every nation on earth is happy and sitting well inside their own nation. Verse 12 says, then the angel of the Lord answered and said, O Lord of hosts, how long wilt thou not have mercy on Jerusalem and on the cities of Judah, against which thou hast had indignation this 10 years? So the angel, after walking through and fro the earth, and that is going every nations of the earth, and see how they are seated quietly and living in their own nation, the angel now referred this question to the Lord and said to the Lord, O Lord, how long are you going to be angry with this your people, which you have been angry with them for the past 70 years? These 70 years of darkness, this is the 70 years of visions. The Lord say, after 70 years will I have compassion on my people? This is not literally 70 years as in 70 years in terms of human numbering. This is the angelical 70 years, even heavenly 70 years. That one will be another topic on its own, to break down those 70 years. But now let's concentrate on what is going on here. After he asked the Lord, why are you still not happy? Why are you still angry with this your people? Verse 13 says, and the Lord answered the angel that talked with me with a good words and comfortable words. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, cry thou, saying, thus said the Lord of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. The Lord said, yes, I am angry with Jerusalem. I am very, very angry for Zion's sake. I am not happy with them, quite sure. Yes, the Lord said, I'm not happy with my people. Verse 15 says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. The Lord is saying, I am not happy with my people, but I am displeased with the heathen, for they forward the affliction. What he's saying here is, although I'm not happy with my people, I give them to the heathen, to other nations, to rule over them, from what we have read earlier on, that those that hated them rule over them. So the Lord is saying, why should that I'm not happy with my people? But this nation has overdone. They have done excess. They have been so wicked against my people. They have gone above what I required of them. That is what is going on here. Verse 16 says, Therefore, thus said the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercy. My house shall be built in it, said the Lord of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. The Lord is saying, after these nations, yes, but I will go back to my people, and a line shall be stretched forth in the cities, and my city shall be built. If you go again in, he say in Hosea, those that escape out of the sword find rest in the wilderness, even Israel, whom I have come to rescue. So this thing that is going on there are saying third world war. Yes, it's going to happen, and it will happen with what is going on earth. Every nation is gearing up. He says, speak to the Gentiles. Say, let them prepare for war. So let every nation, as is going on right now, that they are preparing for war. That war is coming and will come. But that is not my topic for today. Another example again, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 33, I'll be reading from verse 17. He said, for thus saith the Lord, David shall never want a man to sit upon the throne of the house of Israel. Neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me to offer burnt offerings and to kindle meat offering and to do sacrifice continually. The Lord is saying, no matter what these people are thinking, he said, David will never lack a man to sit on the throne. And the Levites will never lack priests that will offer burnt offering. How is he referring to them? In terms of David, we never lack a man. Jesus Christ have already taken that part. In terms of the Levites, every generation, there have always been an Igbo man that know the truth and be speaking the truth. You may never heard of him, but there have always been. After the days of Moses, they have never lacked any that is telling the Igbos where they have gone wrong. That is what the Most High letting. There shall never lack any, just like you are hearing right now about my people. They have always been somebody like this telling my people where they have gone wrong. But let's continue. Verse 19. Okay, I'll start again from verse 18. Neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me to offer burnt offering and to kindle meat offering and to do sacrifice continually. And the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, saying, thus saith the Lord, if you can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night, and that there should not be day and night in their season. The Lord is saying, if you can break the covenant of the day and the covenant of the night, that there will be no night and there will be no day in their season. Verse 21. Then may also my covenant be broken with David, my covenant that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, and with the Levites the priests, my ministers, as the hosts of the heaven cannot be numbered, neither the sands of the sea measured. So will I multiply the seeds of David my servant, and the Levites that minister unto me. You see, so all those people saying that Christian is now the new, have taken over from the actual seeds of Jacob. That is what the nations are saying. We Christians have not taken over. Because as things are going, people are now realizing those occupying the land are not the real people. And with the action, with the things they are doing, the whole world is realizing now these people are not the real actual people of the Bible. The Messiah is saying, my people are there. My people have not gone anywhere. It's just that the Messiah is he call it misery. This is something a humanly flesh cannot understand, how the Most High is doing his thing. But his people are there, JJ. He's saying, if you cannot break the covenant of the day or the covenant of the night, that's my people. That means my people are still there. Nothing has happened to them. They are still my people. I will read verse. What verse did I stop? That is verse 23. Verse 23 says, "Moreover, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Consider not what these people have spoken, saying, The two families which the Lord has chosen, he had even cast them off. Thus have they despised my people, that they should no more be a nation before them." This is exactly what we read in Psalm 83, that they have taken crafty counsel against his own people. The Lord is saying, do you hear what these people are saying? That my own people will not be a nation before them. And this is what is going on in all four corners of the earth. Those in Christianity are saying we have replaced the Hebrews. And the kings of the earth, the rulers of the earth, the president, the organizations are fighting tooth and nail to suppress his own people. This is what the Lord is saying. Do you understand what these people are doing? Verse 25. Verse 25 says, "Thus said the Lord, if my covenant be not with the day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinance of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seeds of Jacob and David my servants, so that I will not take any of his seeds to be ruler over the seeds of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them." So every these things that the nations are doing, imagining, venting that they can suppress the Igbos, put them in prison, kill some of them, then the nation will disappear. The Lord is letting you know that if there is day and if there is night, there is always going to be somebody. There is always going to be somebody, and somebody must sit in the throne of David. And the Levites, the ministers, there must be somebody to tell them that they can never. He said, if you can measure the sands of the sea, if they can go and count the sands of the sea, or number the hosts of heaven, if they can go and number the hosts of heaven and the sands of the sea, then let them come. So what they are doing, there is multiple people. There is a lot of Igbos all around the world that will carry out the assignment. Silencing one person or putting him in prison, you guys are wasting your time. Another example again to my Igbo brothers is Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 3. Jeremiah chapter 3. I will read verse 23. It said, "Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills, and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel." I need to repeat this verse again and explain it so my people will understand. He said, "Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel." What he's saying here is, my people are hoping, since the other nations are ruling them and oppressing them, that America, Russia, China, whosoever they are hoping, or their fellow human being, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, will come for their rescue. The time will come when you guys will realize that all those things will not help you. He said, "In the Lord our God is the salvation." Our salvation is in the Lord our God, in walking through his laws, in walking through his ways. That is the only way of our salvation. Human being absolutely will not give you any freedom. That thing you are looking for cannot be gotten from a human being. So, people of God, I will have to end this lesson here. On another topic, we will embark on. We will expand more in regards to the laws given to our ancestors and the way we need to go about it. I still remain your humble brother, Onyekachi. Most the Lord our God guide and protect you. People of God, anybody can be an Igbo in as much you keep the laws of God and separate yourself from the mindsets of other nations. And you being an Igbo, you separate yourself from iniquity, from not keeping the laws of our God. In keeping the laws of our God is where the rescue will come. May the Most High guide and protect you. Thank you.